What was he, what did he do? Was he married?
Come on, Henry. You just got his heart. You don't have his alimony payment.
Seriously, I want to know.
Okay, I'll find out for you. Your heart sounds fine. They treating you all right? Henry? What is it, Henry?
There, see that turbulence there? Stagnant area. See, this is where they run into problems with the valves. Even with Bjork-Shileys, you get blood damage, and by simply eliminating the valves and the valve backflow, we're gaining 7 to 8% efficiency.
What about overall efficiency?
I'm figuring on the order of 47, 48%.
48?
Maybe more. Okay, here we go. Axial flow, no pulse. Now watch the difference.
It's beautiful.
Smooth as glass.
I think we're ready to try one.
I thought we had a good animal there. I can't understand why we're having pulmonary problems.
Well, it's one of two things. It's either the way we connected it, or it's the design itself.
The design?
Could be the connection to the pulmonary vein. I trimmed it because it was too long, but I couldn't get it as short as I wanted it because it wouldn't bend. Maybe we should have it come up more to the rear. Hmm?
Mm. This is the one.
Really?
That's not a guess. Entirely. Do you want to make a bet?
I wouldn't bet either way.
Maybe we're wrong.
How?
Well, maybe the whole idea is wrong. Non-pulsatile flow.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. You know, nobody else is doing what we're doing. We're bound to have problems. You know, they can all learn from each other's mistakes. We have to make all the mistakes ourselves. It's bound to be harder. Anyway, we've talked about it. We can build in a pulse if we have to. Do we have to? Is that what you're saying now?
I don't know. Let's do the autopsy in the upright position.
Why, do you think it makes that much difference?
Yes. Tilla? Look, I can't get home. You're going to have to go without me. No, we're doing another calf. I know, it seems like the 50th. It looks like the King Ranch down there. No, that was meant as a joke. mustache was perfect. They should have had a boy.
It was wonderful, really. Have you met my husband? No. This is Lorene Anderson. She directed the show.
Really?
Gilbert and Sullivan is such fun.
Yes, I can see how it could be.
Sally's very talented. Well, I better be getting back to my cast. Nice having met you.
Nice meeting you, Miss Anderson.
Dr. Brain,
Yes?
I'm Carol Severance's father. Can I talk to you for a minute?
What is it? What's wrong?
I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what.
No, what's happened, Ed?
I don't know what to do.
Where is she?
What's wrong with his daughter?
I don't know. I'll have to call the hospital. Cardiac failure, probably. She had a lot of problems. One of those things.
Can you do anything?
Well, she's a girl I repaired a septal defect for when she was younger. That was all that could be done. There was no question that she'd have trouble later.
How old is she?
She's about, 20?
It never stops, does it?
I guess that's the whole idea.
Right, George, that's just...
Move on to the table, please.
Carol, I'm Dr. Simone. And this is Kathy, Roger, Marcia. So you've had this before, isn't that right? And you know what to expect. We're just going to be taking some new pictures to bring everything up to date. First, we have to make a place to put in the catheter. As usual. Sorry, I dropped it. Tiny cut. Roger. Good. And now the catheter. Good. Roger, let me see. Good. 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 Let me have the dye.
Now, these are the pictures from 2 years ago. You can see the difference.
Valves are bad. It's causing a terrific backflow of blood into the left ventricle.
It's the girl we brought in 8 or 9 years ago, isn't it?
Look at the size of it there. I don't think valves would even help considering the shape she's in.
You didn't bring her in for surgery, did you?
She needs something terrific, that's for sure. Dr. Simone got some terrific pictures for us. He had a little trouble, I understand.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like someone who can do delicate work, but he's very good. Fat men are always good dancers. You ever notice that?
Oh, I was the one who was doing the dancing.
Yeah, I know. It can be tough.
I didn't really want to come.
I know. You're disappointed in me. The pain been bad?
Yeah.
What are you taking, Demerol? That worked pretty well?
Some of the time.
What do you mean you didn't want to come? Were you afraid? Hmm? No.
No.
What is it then?
I know what it is.
Patients always know. The fact is, people walk out of here with their last hope every day, just as good as new. Anyway, that's what I tell most people. You're probably too smart for that. Undo the back of that, will you? Hello. Isn't our celebrated former resident, or am I mistaken?
How are you, Dr. Vrain?
How's your tennis game coming along? Must be getting a lot of practice out there.
About as much as I got here.
Don't mean to tell me they're working you.
A little. I miss the excitement around here.
Come on. Let me show you something. Where's Dr. Garrity?
He might be down the hall.
What do you think of her? 132 days.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. She says change the channel.
Pardon?
Having your heart out is one thing, but do I have to spend the rest of my life watching reruns of Starsky and Hutch?
Do you want another channel?
So what are you going to do? How long will she live?
Well, we're getting the start of cardiac insufficiency now. The heart's too small. She's growing so much.
We'll have to terminate.
Too bad.
What's the next step?
Did you tell him what I think?
Hey, you remember Dr. Rance, don't you?
Yeah, sure. You're back from Arizona now, aren't you? Did you tell him?
Alda wants to get a bull in here now.
No, we didn't need a bull.
He wants her to lead a full life before we have to end it.
No, that's not it at all. I'll tell you what my idea was originally.
Aldo, no bull. Come on. Here it is.
What's holding the rotors?
Magnets. Sumerium cobalt.
Completely suspended.
Have you seen this?
What is it?
Something really incredible. It's a steam engine.
A steam
The
engine.
Japanese designed it. Here, look. Runs on a single drop of water that vaporizes, condenses, just keeps going in a cycle.
What powers it? A battery?
Not quite. A nuclear pellet, like they've used in a pacemaker, but larger.
And this? This is going to run the heart.
Yep. That's what they say. We approximated with wire. The subcutaneous tissues were closed with heavy Dexone and heavy proline. Venated was then approximated subcuticular continuous forward Dexone suture. Patient tolerated the procedure well and was taken to the ICU for post-op recovery. End of this dictation, brain.
Tom. Sorry to disturb you. Can I talk to you?
Sure. You want some soup?
Oh, thanks.
Leek soup.
I asked Rents to come up, too. Henry DeVici's rejecting.
For certain? What happened?
You can see it on the EKG. No question.
It
Got him on increased steroids and IM3, but he's in trouble.
You can hear it already.
How's his liver?
Problems there, too.
Appetite?
Nauseous. He won't eat.
Good tissue match. C+, as good as any we ever had. Gave him a perfect operation, just a beauty. I don't think I've ever done a better job.
He's taking as much steroid as he can. We could give him more, but don't think it'll help.
You want to give him another heart?
Another transplant?
Henry? We're having a little problem. But we'll straighten it out. You're going to be okay.
BP is 80 on 40. Gave him 100 milligrams of lidocaine.
He's calling for the nurse.
Where is she?
She's the one that's been with him.
I know who she is. Where is she?
I think she's right outside. Oh, shit.
Cards!
Battle! Oh, okay, clear. Adrenaline. Paddles again. Clear.
Is it? I've been so sleepy. I bet you got up early.
It seemed early. We used to have homemade yogurt here. Really terrific. A little girl made it every day, right in the kitchens downstairs. Wonderful. Her grandmother left her a trailer, and she took off for the great open road, and we were never able to find another. Your heart's pretty bad. The problem is, I don't know how much chance we have if we operate. It's pretty risky. You're a brave girl, Carol. You can face the truth, can't you? I'd like to change my opinion. About the angiograms, the x-rays, everything says the same thing. You need a new heart.
A new heart?
So I think we should do what we can. No, I don't want to get into technicalities, but if, after everything we can do,
Yes?
supposing I were to tell you that there was something radical, something never tried before, you afraid to do something untried?
I don't know.
Well, supposing there was something like a transplant, but without a donor.
Without a donor?
Supposing there were a man-made device.
What do you mean?
something new. A substitute heart.
Where would it be, outside?
Oh, right where your own heart is now.
Beside it?
No, in place of it.
In place of it?
Hmm?
That means that I would... Would I be the same? How do you know it's going to work?
Good question.
This is Enrico.
Enrico?
Yes.
This is the...
He's had it in for 9 weeks.
I can't believe that.
Incredible, isn't it? He does everything a normal like he does. He eats peanuts, hangs by his tail. Don't you, Enrico?
He doesn't know?
We have an unusual situation here. You're the finest cardiac surgeon in the world. That's not just my opinion. We have the most brilliant research man in his field. And when they come to us and say we have the artificial heart, we've tested it, we believe in it, we want to try it.
We are not discussing theory here. We're talking about clinical use of a complicated, unproven device.
Oh, but it isn't unproven.
Well, you know how dangerous it can be?
We're not discussing biological warfare. This is a heart.
This is a partly tested machine.
The iron lung was a machine. It wasn't thought of as a threat to mankind.
Now, look, I think we've talked about this enough. Let's hear from the advocate. Is Dr. Vrain outside there?
Richard, Ted.
Well?
What it comes down to is no, we can't do it.
We can't do it.
They turned us down.
Well, maybe they're right. Maybe we need more time.
12 more years?
Very similar, both 5'10", both about 190 pounds.
Watch it.
The 2-1 pitch. Line drive, base hit to center. That ball was hit off.
He made up his mind to swing. You could see it in his face. Yeah. They used to play.
Yeah, you know, you did everything.
He even pitched. He's going to steal.
You know, maybe I ought to pull back a little.
Pull back? How can we pull back? We're already there. We've reached a new world.
We've still got a lot of people working.
Yeah, it took a long time to find them. There's still things to do.
Very expensive hobby.
How do you need it?
I'm thinking about you. Don't tell me you're a surgeon. You're always going to be a surgeon, no matter what. Just like Lindbergh was a pilot, no matter what he did. Well, this sort of stuff is just not your game.
I'm afraid we've gone a little too far for that.
You haven't gone too far. Now, you take my advice. Go back to what you know. This other stuff.
Yes?
Put it aside.
Hi, Carol. I'm going to put a little freezing in here. Can you? Just a little pressure. Maybe. Tapes. Keep them coming. One more. Diazepam.
Knife. Heavy scissors. Hold ventilation.
Okay.
On bypass. All right. Clamp. Forceps.